Hello and welcome to another webinar session of Adwords Innovative Management Consultancy Services. My name is Abdul Moeed. I'm the Regional Manager of Adwords Abu Dhabi branch. The number you can see on the screen is 97126229991. The address is office number 601, 6th floor Bin Hamouda Tower near Al Noor Hospital, Khalifa Street, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Today is going to be a very, very engaging webinar, I'm sure. And, all of you are the source of motivation, encouragement to all of us in Adworx. It's the reason why we do what we do, because you are the source of our encouragement and motivation. Today, we are going to be discussing about Express Entry Canada, Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Worker category of Canada. And I'm going to be doing some live assessments. I'm going to be introducing the company to you as well. And I hope to answer lots and lots of questions from all of you. And that is going to help me with the assessment at the same time. Let me give you a brief intro about Adworx. Adworx Innovative was established in 2015, and we are ISO certified. We are 9001. We are ICCRC licensed. We are MARA registered from Australia. You can see our name on the Australian website, home office page. And we are going to be doing some live assessment because our Adworx experts have been doing some wonderful work because we've been showcasing our success stories on our social media accounts on Insta, on Facebook, on all the platforms. And we've been doing this during the pandemic, during COVID-19. And it is because of the untiring efforts of our Adworx experts, of our processing team, who have been working nonstop to make sure that all of your cases get the final result, which is the PR, the permanent residence. What are the benefits of permanent residence? That is something that we're going to be discussing as well. Let me continue about Adworx. Adworx basically working towards enabling global citizenship. We have presence, and we've been working for more than 16, 17 countries. That includes USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, European countries, and the Caribbean islands like Dominica and Saint Wind, and all of these Saint Kitts. And this is only because, the expansion, the 6 branches that we have, the 5 in Pakistan, the 1 in UAE, it's the multinational expansion of our company since 2015 is only because of your motivation, only because of your positive feedback, of the client satisfaction, of the service quality that we've been working very, very hard towards. And that is why we are looking to expanding more and more of our offices in different parts of the world, because we've been getting positive feedbacks even during the COVID-19 situation, the pandemic. And hopefully, inshallah, we will continue with this good work as long as you are with us, as long as we have our source of motivation to boost us to work towards this thing in the future. We also work towards business programs, to business investment, to study visa assistance, to visit visa assistance. In some cases, we also do special cases appeal. And we have all of these programs in all of our branches that include Abu Dhabi, Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Lahore, Faisalabad, Sialkot. All of these branches are working in such a way that you can apply for any of these countries, for any of these program categories in any of our branches. Okay, so under one umbrella, under one roof, you will be able to achieve all of these services. And this is only because of my managing director and CEO, Sir Waqas Riaz, who has taught me everything that I have learned so far in the this thing. And this thing was only possible because Sir Waqas Riaz, the CEO of the company, has more than 8 to 10 years of experience in the immigration industry, and he has taught us, mentored us, given us all of his knowledge so that we can answer all of your questions. Like today, I'm doing this webinar so that we can have some positive feedback from all of you. And you are the source of motivation. You are the reason why I will be doing the live assessment on Facebook, on Insta, on or YouTube, on this all of the social media platforms, and hopefully we will have success stories for everyone who will be seeing this webinar as well. um, yes, Mohammed Taha Salim, thank you for joining us. I will be discussing all the documentation, all the express entry federal skilled worker category today. And please continue to be patient and listen to my webinar, and surely I'll be discussing everything with you. So why is Express Entry Canada Federal Skilled Worker category so important, so famous, and so renowned for its success stories? It's because this is a point-based immigration. And this is the fastest mode of moving to Canada with a PR, permanent residence. Why is permanent residence so important? It's one of the highest class of visa categories, and that is because you will be getting all the rights of a Canadian citizen, except for voting rights or getting a job in the ministry or special departments. Otherwise, you will be getting all the rights like free medical, free schooling and education, free unemployment insurance, baby bonuses. People who have babies with them, they can get maintenance and bonuses for them so that they can take care of their children. They have childcare benefits, tax allowances, tax rebates for those people who are PR holders. System is different for those people who are there as tourists and simple visit visa holders. So you will be getting maternity leaves and paternity leaves. Commonwealth countries will give you visit visa free, and there are many benefits, except for the first two mentioned before, and that is election voting rights, and of course, jobs in the armed forces or ministry or special departments may be not selected so easily. Okay. These are the benefits of PR, permanent residence visa. And in Express Entry Canada, you will be getting this PR pasted on your passport before you move to Canada. So that is a very good benefit. And there are more than 60 programs for Canada right now that we are also a part of. We are also doing it. We are also processing it. And one of these programs is Federal Skilled Worker category, which is a point-based immigration. You need to secure points to move to Canada. If you don't have these points, you cannot move to Canada. So let me explain the point system. Basically, there are two filters in place before you move to Canada. Okay. The first filter is basically just to see if you are qualified enough to have your application processed for immigration. And this is based on points, and you have to secure 67 points out of 100. So there are 6 selection criterias, okay? And in these criterias, the first one I'll mention is the age. And for age, the ideal age is 18 to 35 years. You get 12 points for that, okay? For anyone who has the age or is in the age range of 18 to 35 years, you get 12 points. Okay. If you are 36 years old, you get 11 points. 37 years old, you get 10 points. So basically, every year after the age of 35, you lose 1 point. So someone like who's 47 years of age will be getting 0 points. Okay. So that is the thing with age. I hope it's comprehensible and easy to understand. Secondly, the selection criteria is for education. Like mentioned previously, this all knowledge is because of my CEO, Sir Waqas Riaz, who has mentored me, who has taught me, who is the reason why I'm sitting here today doing life assessment for all of you, doing this webinar. And hopefully, inshallah, I'll continue to do so in the future as well. Today's session is only about Abu Dhabi UAE branch of Adwords Innovative, and I'm Abdul Moeed, the regional manager. Uh, Abu Dhabi branch is established since 2015, and the number on the screen you can see is 2622 The office is 601, 6th floor, Bin Hamuda Tower, near Al Noor Hospital, Khalifa Street, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Okay. Now, the second selection criteria is education. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Tayyib, for joining us. Today, I'm discussing everything about Express Entry Canada Federal Skilled Worker category. And in education, thing is that it's best if you have 2 years diploma or 2 years bachelor's from any country that you're residing in. And ideally, if you have 14 years of education, you get 19 points. Okay. This is considered as a 2 years diploma by Canada. And if you have a 3 years or 4 years bachelor's from someplace like the West or the Asian countries, you get 21 points. Okay. So please note, if you have 15 or 16 years of education, you may be able to achieve 21 points. Similarly, if you have 2 years of masters, you get 23 points. Okay. And if you have PhD, if you're a doctorate holder and you have completed all your thesis and everything, you get 25 points. Now remember, the Canadian authorities, for all of those people who want clarity on this, the Canadian authorities, when they're doing their education credential assessment, the ECA, they always give you an equivalency. Okay. So if you've done your education from UAE or Canada or UK or USA or any other country, Asian countries, any other country besides Canada, they will give you an equivalency. It will be a report. It's called an ECA report. Okay. And it's like 2-3 pages, depending upon how many credentials you have, how many degrees, how many transcripts, how many diplomas you've done. So they do this within 25 working days. Sometimes it may take longer, like 40 to 50 days, or maybe 2 months. And in some rare cases, it may take up to 6 months, depending upon the kind of education that you've done. But usually we process all of these cases within a month, and you get your ECA report, and you can move on to the next step. And that is the experience. Okay. Now, experience has quite a few things you need to note. So I hope everyone is noting this down. Basically, if you have 1 year of experience, you get 9 points. Anyone who has 2 to 3 years of experience gets 11 points. 4 to 5 years of experience, you get 13 points. 6 years or more, you get 15 points. Okay. Even if you have 15 years of experience, you will be getting 15 points. So anyone who has 6 years or more of experience in their job, in their business, in their field of choosing has 15 points if they have 6 years or more experience. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if your experience is different from your education. For example, you're someone who's done IT or web development, but you're working in a fast food restaurant, so it doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you have a bachelor's degree and you have more than one years or more experience, then it doesn't matter, because you'll be able to secure 67 points. In the end, 67 points is all that matters, so that you'll be able to pass through the first filter. Okay, now we move towards the adaptability portion of the 6 selection criterias. And the adaptability is basically dependent on a few factors as well. You get points if you have education in Canada. Okay, you have points if you have experience in Canada. There's a separate class as well for those people who have done work in Canada for 2 years, and that is the Canadian experience class of the express entry Canada. There's another category, but you can also do federal skilled worker category if you have other criterias met and qualified. So I've mentioned two things, two more very important things, which usually people are able to secure, and that is getting the IELTS, the CELPIP, the language result done by your spouse. And if you have done this and you have a spouse result which has 5 bands or more, you get in IELTS, you get 5 extra points. Okay. Similarly, there's more options in adaptability as well. Like some people have job offers from Canada and you get extra points for that. And similarly, there's another criteria where you have blood relatives in Canada. Like your siblings are considered your blood relatives. Okay. Your niece and nephew are considered blood relatives. Your grandparents are considered your relatives, blood relatives. Okay. So basically, but cousins are not considered. Um, Obviously, your parents are considered, but you get extra points for that as well, like 5 points. And I have some question from Mr. Mohammed Tayyib. He says um, he has a different question compared to the topic that we're discussing. So that is fine, Mr. Tayyib. You can call us on our numbers which have been shared on the screen, or you can do that by going to our Facebook page or Insta page or YouTube, and you can contact us from there. Or you can just give us a comment here, share your numbers, contact details, or you can privately inbox us, and we will get back to you hopefully by today as well. Um, because we have more than 100 consultants working in Adwords Innovative, and things have been going well, alhamdulillah, with the grace of God, Allah, with the grace of Allah, and even during the pandemic, because of the positive feedback from our satisfied clients. So just share us your contact details, and we will get back to you by today, inshallah. Um, so I'm done with age, education, experience, adaptability. Now let's discuss language. I'm going to be discussing IELTS today because most of the people go for IELTS. And the modules are four: listening, reading, writing, speaking. And basically, what happens is that there are points for every score of your modules. Okay, like for example, if you have 8 bands in listening, you get 6 points. Okay, if you have 7 bands in reading or writing or speaking, you get 6 points each in reading, writing, speaking. So basically, you have a total score of 6 multiplied by 4 is 24 points. So that is the maximum you can score in English. Okay. There's also French, which can be considered if you've done the test, which is TEF. Okay. So we can do a further discussion on TEF later. Uh, if you have further queries about French, you can always give us a call, or you can share your contact details and we will get back to you by today. I would like to repeat that I'm here only because of my CEO, Sir Vikas Reyes, who you can see in the background, who has more than 10 years of immigration industry knowledge and experience, and he has trained me, and he is the reason I'm sitting here doing this webinar for all of you and doing live assessment, hopefully. Mr. Taha Salim, you can share your credentials for age, education, experience, language, and if you have other information you want to share, you can also do that. And I can do live assessment for you right now. Um, okay, so we're done with 8 band, 7 band, 7 band, and 7 band listening, reading, writing, and speaking for IELTS. And IELTS is general IELTS, okay? General training IELTS, not the academic one. That is used for study visa assistance only, okay? Because we also do SDS, which is the student direct stream. So please, I hope everyone is not confusing both the programs because they are different. Secondly, let's suppose you have an IELTS band of 7.5 bands in listening, you get 5 points. Okay. In reading, you have 6.5. In writing, you have 6.5 band. And in speaking, you have 6.5 band. You get 5 points each. So basically, 5 bands and 4 modules comes to a total score of 20 points. Okay. So this is how you score in language portion of the selection criteria. Okay. Finally, if you have a score of 6 band each in listening, reading, writing, and speaking, your points are considered as 4 points each for 6 band in listening, 6 band in reading, 6 band in writing, 6 band in speaking, which comes to a total score of 16 points. Okay. So if you have 16 points, that is the minimum score acceptable for Express Entry Canada, Federal Skilled Worker category. Anyone who has a band that is lower than 6 bands in general training IELTS will not be able to qualify for Express Entry Canada. So I hope everyone takes note of this and does the necessary work that they need before they come to us. And I would like to mention here that there are many, many people who apply with us, who start their application, start their process, and then complete their IELTS, complete their education, complete their experiences during the processing of their application, and then successfully move to Canada. Because we've been doing success stories in minimum of 2 months, minimum of 1 month, and there also been success stories which have taken 12 months as well. So I'm done with the selection criterias because I've mentioned the offer letters, I've mentioned the age, education, experience, adaptability, and language portion as well. And now let's do some discussion on the next step. So securing 67 points out of 100 is not the way you will be able to get your visa, the PR. Okay, you need to get CRS ranking, which meets the merit. Okay. Now let's see. What is CRS? CRS basically comprehensive ranking system. And once you've done with the 67 points out of 100, what happens is that the actual documentation starts. Like suppose we need proof of your age, okay, some kind of identification. We need ECA report for your education, okay. We need to see some proof of your experiences in different jobs, in different business that you've run. And we need the language results for your language portion of your selection criterias. Okay, so all of these things are then compiled and uploaded on the servers of the Canadian government, and your application is then uploaded on the express entry pool, and you're giving a ranking because this is based on ranking. Okay, so let's suppose the total ranking that you've secured is 470 out of 1200. Okay, in express entry pool, the comprehensive ranking system is calculated out of a total score of 1200. Okay, let's suppose the merit of every application being accepted in Canada is 470 and you have 470 points. So that means that you are going to be given the PR. Okay, because that is the merit. What happens to those people who have like 465 points, 400 points, 300 points? Okay, so let's discuss about that. We in Adwords Innovative Management also give you services of provincial nomination program, which is called the PNP for short. And it is also very, very famous because there are so many people who have moved to Canada because of these nominations. And the reason is that you get 600 points extra added to your CRS ranking. So, for example, you are at 200. you get 800 points in total, and you move to Canada because the merit is at 470. Okay. Now, how do we get this nomination? For example, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a financial consultant, you're a community welfare person, you're an engineer, you're an IT person, web developer, you're a IT analyst, system administrator, you're any kind of engineer, like civil engineer, like aeronautical engineer, electrical, mechanical, um, software. So all of these people are in demand in Canada, okay? Because of immigration, large portion of their economy is running. So what happens is that the different provinces of Canada, like there are 10 provinces and 3 territories. So the different provinces and territories of Canada, they are saying that, okay, we need a doctor, we need some engineer, we need some finance person, we need some accounts person, we need some community developer person, and the only thing that we need from that person is that he should be qualified, he should meet the 60, he should meet the provincial criteria, he should be in the express entry profile, the express entry um, pool, and he should have some kind of CRS ranking. Okay, then we, the province, will give him nomination. We will give him the 600 extra points because we need that person. We need that person because of his skill, because of his express entry profile, because of his very good education, because of her very good language results, because of her very short age. So all of these things are catered, and all of these things are considered, and then finally they give you nomination. And during this nomination, it is important to note that you get a nomination letter from that province, and then you have to file that letter, and in a few days, sometimes in some cases, excuse me, and in some cases it may take more than a few days. You upload this document onto the Canadian servers, and then finally you get 600 points added to your CRS score, and you successfully move to Canada because you have the PR. Okay. The thing to note is that you have to stay in that province for a while, um, because that province is the reason why you're moving to Canada. That province is the reason why you have 600 extra points. So here I would like to share a very, very good news, very, very recent. And during this pandemic, during this COVID-19 situation, this very, very happy, very, very motivating, and very, very encouraging news occurred for Adwords staff, for Adwords innovative group, because Mr. Zishan got SINP approval letter, that is the Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program Express Entry subcategory, and this is how he got 600 extra points. You can see on the screen that Alhamdulillah, we have a success story for 27 September, and we did our best during this moment of severe COVID-19 pandemic, and we put Mr. Zishan in the best place, which is his dream place, and that is Canada. And we at Wix are very, very happy for him. We at Adwix are so, so proud of our staff. We at Adwix are doing the best we can for all of you. And I would like to share some more success stories today. And another one is on the way, and that is for Miss Mosam. Mrs. Mosam got nomination from International Skilled Worker Program Express Entry subcategory. Okay, this is another program. Like I told you, we're doing more than 60 programs for Canada. And this success story occurred on the 8th of September 2021. And we are so, so proud. We are so, so happy for this couple. We are so, so happy for this good news, their dream news for this client of ours who is happy and satisfied because of our services, because of the untiring efforts of our processing team. And I will also be doing some more success stories for all of you, because there are thousands of stories. I will not be able to share each and every one, but here's another one for you. And this is for Mr. Sarmat. He got, again, he got provincial nominee. He got nomination from Ontario. Um, Through the express entry category, client received notification of interest from Ontario, and he had bachelor's degree. This is 28 July 2021, and this is another success story because of the great efforts of our Adwords processing team, again, during the pandemic crisis. And he is saying that a dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Definitely, how very true from Mr. Samad. And we are so happy for him and his family. Similarly, I will also be sharing another one. Thank you, Mr. Khurambati, for saying that this is a good and reliable consultancy company. Another success story for Miss Ira, who got a visit visa for Canada. Uh, we say that no pandemic can stop you from your dream. Definitely, Adworks Processing Experts efforts made it possible in this severe crisis of global pandemic. And as you can see on the screen, this was secured in Abu Dhabi as well. So let's do some live assessment. And before that, I would like to share some latest news from Canada. This is from the official website of Canada, which is uh, the main source of all of our knowledge. And of course, there are lawyers in place, there are consultants, ICCRC consultants in place who share more and more news that is not public. But this is the main news. We use the main official website of Canada to tell you all of our news. Manitoba invited 459 PNP candidates. In 2021, they invited a total of 9,150, and this is news on October 21st. And this had included this. All of these nominations included three programs. That's the international education stream, skilled worker overseas, and skilled workers in Manitoba. Among these invitations, 94 went to candidates in the express entry program. Similarly, the Prince Edward Island held the second biggest PNP draw of the year, and that occurred on October 21st as well. Now, Prince Edward Island has invited a total of 1,541 invitations, and the PNP program has invited 204 immigration candidates, out of which 195 went to express entry and labor impact candidates, and the other nine went to the business impact candidates who had to secure at least 72 points in the province's immigration system. Ontario is in the process of discussing some changes in their system to help the immigrants work in their field of choice, in their fields of experience. And the legislation has been passed um, because they already feel that those who have Canadian work experience need to have professional registration, licensing, and this is going to apply for all of the engineers, architects, plumbers, electricians, accountants, hairstylists, teachers, and early childhood educators. Okay, I hope everyone is enjoying this news straight from Canada. Canada is in the process of lifting the ban on Morocco flights because previously they blocked them. And Ontario invited workers, master degree holders, and PhD graduates in the PNP draws, which was held on October 20th. And a total of 546 immigration candidates were invited. And all of these had profiles on the express entry pool. That means that they had an expression of interest, the EOI created on the express entry Canada system. And these invitations may have been given to those people who had secured job offer from the foreign worker stream, from the master graduate stream, and the PhD graduate stream as well. Okay. Another British Columbia technical draw was held, and we all know that the tech pilot program has so many invitations these past few months ever since the COVID-19. 85 immigration invitations were issued. A total of 10,000 invitations have been given since the start of 2021, and this was held on October 19th through the British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program, the Tech Pilot Program, and this program has uh, started to attract experienced, high-demand foreign workers, and it allows all of these people to live and work in British Columbia, and of course, secure permanent residence on the way. Um, this was the latest news from Canada. Okay. Let's do some live assessment. I have a questionnaire, and the person is saying that my age is 32 years old. So basically, you have age which is between the range of 18 to 35 years. So you secure 12 points. Okay. Your education is master's, 18 years from another a country in Asia. So you get 23 points. Okay. You have experience of 5 years, so you have 13 points. You have no relatives in Canada. Your spouse will do IELTS with you, so you get 5 points for that. And you have a language score, and you're waiting for the result still. So 12 plus 13 is 25. 25 plus 23 is 48. 48 plus 5 for your spouse, you get 53. So basically, out of in the six selection criteria, you have already secured 53 points out of 100. You need 67 points, but we all know that the minimum benchmark for IELTS is 6 each. So you will be getting 16 points for that. The 16 plus 53 is basically 69. So you will need at least a minimum of 6 each. But I hope and I pray that you secure 7 band and 8 band, and you aim for that as well, because the more the better. So I hope everyone is satisfied with that one. Similarly, there's another question. My age is 35, so you get 9 points. Okay. Or 12 points. Your birthday is still 1 year due, 1 year away, so you get 12 points. You're not 36 yet. Similarly, your education is bachelor's, 3 years from Australia, so you get 21 points for that. So 12 plus 21 is 33. You have a job experience of 3 years, so you get 11 points. So 33 plus 11 is 44. You have not given your IELTS, so you don't have husband, and you don't have any relatives in Canada. So 44 points out of 100. You need how many points in your IELTS? You basically need 23 points. So let me give you an idea. For someone who has a requirement of 23 points for their IELTS, they will need 7.5 band in listening and 7 each in reading, writing, and speaking. Okay. Like I told you before, uh, reading, writing, speaking, you get 7 band, you get 6 points for that. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus in listening, you have 7.5 band, so you'll get 5 points for that. So 18 plus 5 is 23 points. I hope that is very clear to you, that you need to score 7.5 in listening and 7 each in reading, writing, and speaking. Okay. Once again, I would like to repeat that I'm only here because of my CEO, Sir Vikas Vyas, who has trained me, mentored me, who has more than 10 years of experience, who has expanded this company since 2015 into a world-class company, which has more than 100 consultants. And Adwords innovative motto is to enable global citizenship. We are doing immigration for more than 16 countries for more than 40, 60 programs. And my name is Abdul Moeed. I'm regional manager. I'm doing this webinar session for the Abu Dhabi branch, which has phone numbers on the screen: 2622 office number 601, 6th floor, Bin Hamouda Tower near Al Noor Hospital, Khalifa Street, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Um, Another question I have here is that my age is 47. Am I eligible for immigration? Yes, you are eligible for immigration, though you will get only 0 points for your age. Okay, you have done MBA from Pakistan. You have 18 years of education, 23 points. Um, your experience is 9 years, you get 15 points. The 23 plus 15 is basically 38. Um, your spouse has already secured 7 band in general training IELTS, so you get 43 points. You don't have a relative in Canada, you have never been to Canada, and you want to know whether you are qualified. Yes, you are qualified because you need 24 points in the language portion in order to meet 67 points criteria. We all know that 24 points can only be achieved if you have 8 bands in listening, 7 bands in reading, 7 bands in writing, and 7 bands in speaking. So that will get you 24 points. You need to pass through the first filter of the Express Entry Canada, and that is 67 points out of 100. Okay. Um, Thank you so much for such an engaging session today. And I'm so happy. I hope I have answered all of your questions. Let me give you a brief summary. Uh, there are 6 selection criteria, which include the age, education, experience, adaptability, language, and if you have a job offer, which is LEMIA certified, which means LMIA stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. You may be able to achieve 200 points in express entry pool if you have a manager position, if you have certain criteria is fulfilled. You can discuss all of these with us. The number on the screen you can see already, or you can share your email address, your contact number. Thank you so much, Mr. Munib Jadoon. Thank you so much, Mr. Taha Salim, uh, for joining us today. You need to share your identification proofs. You need to share your education proofs. For that purpose, there is also already an ECA report that we require from you. We will help you, and that uh, we easily have been doing that. uh, Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Taha Salim, for your question. I'll get back to you right now. Um, Basically, uh, I'm done with the age, education, experience. You need to give us your spouse IELTS result. You need to give us some proof of your blood relatives relation in Canada. Um, you need to share us your personal IELTS result, and this has to be general training IELTS. Then we will upload all of this onto the Express Entry main profile servers, which means basically that you have created your expression of interest. We will be doing that for you. We will be giving you all of our services, and our customers have been very happy with us since 2015. And we are ISO certified 9001. We are ICCRC licensed. We are MARA registered, Migration Agents Registration Authority from Australia. You can see our name on the Home Office page of Australia as well. And then finally, your CRS ranking is considered compared to the merit of CRS because it's calculated out of 1200. So, for example, if the merit is 470, you need to score 470 or more in order to get PR, in order to move to Canada. Okay. Once you have done so, we will see whether your points are up to the mark. Otherwise, we will help you out with securing provincial nomination program because every province has an in-demand occupation which is matched with your job description. And then finally, you are given nomination from that province because there are 10 provinces, three territories in Canada. We help you out with that as well. Um, let's go back to the question of Mr. Taha Salim. The reason CRS is so important is because you get 600 points if you get nomination from PNP, um, because it is streamlined with every province of Canada and express entry program. Okay, so they already know if your profile is created in express entry, federal skilled worker category. So Mr. Taha is saying, I have a PhD qualification with the 6 years working experience and IELTS with 7 band score. Okay, I assume your age is between 18 and 35, you get 12 points. 6 years working experience, 15 points, 27. Uh, PhD, that means 27 plus 25 is 52. And I assume that you have 7 band each because overall score is not considered for Canada immigration. So if you have 7 band each, that means that you have 4 points in listening, okay, and 18 points in reading, writing, and speaking. So basically, you have 22 points. So 52 plus 22 goes up to 74 points. And that is such a good score, Mr. Taha Salim. You are well qualified for immigration to Canada. You can contact us. You can contact the Abu Dhabi branch. You can contact us on social media. Leave your name and number. Leave your email address, and we will get back to you by today, hopefully, inshallah. Manib Jadoon is saying, which skilled worker permit available? We are not dealing with the skilled worker permit today because we are discussing everything about Express Entry Canada, federal skilled worker category. You can always contact us, Mr. Manib, via our social media platform or inbox us. You know, you have our phone numbers on the screen. And I would like to repeat that Adwords Innovative was established in 2015. We are working towards enabling global citizenship. We are working for USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Caribbean islands. Adwords Innovative is extremely, focused towards providing you customer satisfaction, quality of work, and making sure all of our customers get their desired result. My name is Abdul Moeed, Regional Manager of Adwords Innovative. Today's session was about Abu Dhabi branch, and the number you can see on the screen is 2622 office number 601, 6th floor, Ben Hamouda Tower, near Al Noor Hospital, Khalifa Street, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Thank you so much, Munib Jatoon. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Hopefully, I'll see you very soon, inshallah. Till then, bye bye. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.